Hello and welcome to another edition of Batavia Muckdog Baseball here on YouTube Live, getting things underway. As we had a little bit of difficulties with the bus earlier, a little show and go action as the bus got at Dwyer Stadium at 3 o'clock and a quick turnaround for a 4 o'clock start. As we will get things going here as the first pitch will be at 5 o'clock on the dot. Cam Connolly is first up to bat here at Sal Maglie Stadium. Doubleheader action. As the Muckdogs, if they win both of these games today, will be up to 9-9 on the year. Last night's 11-3 win against the Newark Pilots, riding a 2-game win streak. Nick Parch on the mound from Siena is the first one is hit over to short, and Connolly is retired for the first out here today.
Now batting the shortstop for the University of Wisconsin Stout, number 5, Charlie Ciccone.
Ciccone's going to get things going here. Currently this year, fumbling through my notes, sorry about that. Currently hitting .275, a nice day yesterday at the plate. The first pitch from Siena College, a Siena Saint. Nick Parch with the strike.
Marcelo, Gabrielson. We okay? Yeah. Did I mess up?
No, it's me.
Charlie Ciccone today. That one driven into deep right field. And that's going to be extra bases for Ciccone as that one goes all the way to the wall. Ciccone with a lot of speed. He's getting the pass to go to third. That throw's going to come in, and standing up is Charlie Ciccone with a early triple in this one. They're picking off just where they were in yesterday's game with 11 unanswered runs against the Newark Pilots.
Number 29, Spencer Marcus.
It's great to see from Ciccone. A lot of the anticipation was that we're going to see Ben Miller, a man that had a perfect game, well, a combined perfect game going into the 9th inning this past Thursday, home at Dwyer Stadium. I believe it's going to be two righties on the mound for the Power today. And now here is one of Niagara Purple Eagles on this team, Spencer Marcus, who currently so far this year has been red hot at the plate, tied for 5th in the PGCBL at a .390 batting average, and 2nd in the league with 16 RBIs. Had 2 of those yesterday. 1-1 count here with a man just 90 feet away. Here's Marcus, and that one's ripped down the line. It's just going to be just foul. Just going to fix the camera angle a little bit for you guys. As for those of you that were watching last night, we got a much better setup here at Sal Maglie Stadium compared to Colburn Park up here in the booth. Will be the 1-2 to Marcus. That one will be chopped and hits off Spencer. A little bit of a homecoming for him. Last time, the first game that the Muckdogs played at Sal Maglie, had a great 3-hit day with a few RBIs as well. He likes being home, and his family came up to see him. He's originally from Canada. His parents did cross the border to be able to come see this one. That one's outside, runs it up to 2-2. Spencer Marcus, if he gets an RBI here, a great chance to be tied for first at 17 RBIs. There's another pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Spencer Marcus will be sent packing. You really don't want to leave that run at third base in Ciccone, as these games today in the doubleheader are just going to be 7-inning games.
Number 25,
A lot of strategy involved with how long you want pitchers to go. Could be a great rest day for the bullpen for the Muckdogs if the starters Nathan Hinckley and in Game 2 Blair Frederick do what they have to do. Now here's Joe Georger, one of the lefties in the lineup. He will be playing first base here today. Washington University at St. Louis, one of the best Division III programs in the country. Parch, that one will end the inning as Charlie County does get the stand-up triple, but he will be left on the base passes. Now we will see Nathan Hinckley on the bump as your score heading into the middle of the first is still knotted up at 0-0. We'll be back in just a minute. With a quick turnaround, we are ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning as the Keystone College right-hander Nathan Hinckley is on the mound. He's ready to go against Noah Marcello, the leadoff man for the Power. That first pitch is in there for a strike. I've seen Marcello at that leadoff spot this past game that these two teams squared off home on Sunday on Father's Day. Was a 6-2 win. Is that one on the backhand? That's something that you mostly don't see from such a stellar shortstop in Saccone. That's going to be an error to start out the game. Not ideal if you're Nathan Hinckley. Get not the hardest hit ball in the world off to Saccone. We've seen time and time again this year that he's been able to field those with ease. The Power will have their first base runner of the day after the error.
Oh my goodness.
And he was nabbed out. I looked down for just a second and I believe that Marcello was caught sleeping. Hinckley does have a great move. And just like that, it's like that error never happened. Great pickoff by Nathan Hinckley as he gets his first one of the year there. So now it's a fresh start. It's now the number 2 man in the Power lineup, the center fielder Cole Gabrielson. Steps in. First pitch was a strike. We've also seen Gabrielson on the mound. He's just threw 1 inning against us, but has a perfect 0 ERA. Second pitch by Hinckley, off speed in the dirt. Nathan Hinckley, very familiar with Sal Magley Stadium, as he used to play for the Power for 2 years. Pitch by Hinckley. That one looks good, but just must have been a little inside. That one chopped on Bax County's way. He'll get redemption here as he gloves it and throws a dart over to Georgia. He'll be 2 down now.
Now batting the third baseman
Get the
from
1-2
Campbell University, number 37,
Bryce Arnold's turn, playing third base today. Seeing Scott Origin in that 3-hole. Now Origin getting bumped down to 6th as he's going through a little cold spell. Hinckley's first pitch, that one low in the dirt. Caught by Bryce Mortellaro behind the dish from Ranger College. That one dropped in there for a strike to even it up at 1 apiece. So far this season, Nathan Hinckley not having his best stuff in his last 2 starts. Still with 3 starts, 16 innings pitched, allowing 12 runs for a 6.75 ERA. And get back to the first start that we saw him in, that 3rd game of the season against the Geneva Red Wings at McDonough Park. A great day back on June the 5th, as that one will be hit over to third but foul. As he did pick up the loss, but in that game only let up 2 runs in the 4-2 loss to the Red Wings. Looks like his off-speed stuff is breaking much better than we've seen as of late. For a finesse guy like that, that's exactly what you need. So here's the 2-2, and there's the swing and a miss. So Hinckley will have 1 man on, but does his work, nabs him off at first base, and that's just like a 1-2-3 inning. So 1 inning of 7 here today, and game 1 is in the books. 0-0 is still your score. And we will have Abner Benitez, Jerry Reinhardt, and Bryce Mortellaro due up in the top of his 2nd inning. Now here is Abner Benitez in the top of the 2nd inning. Take ball 1, seeing Benitez sliding down a little bit in the order. His batting average is now just a tick under 300. Now the count will be 1-1 to the Alabama State corner outfielder. Benitez still tied for first in the PGCBL in home runs. That one's going to run inside for ball 2. Benitez, him and Marcus were deadly duo at 2-3 or 3-4 in the Muckdogs lineup, and we're looking to see him get back to his ways, as that one was absolutely clobbered and will be over the fence, but foul. Jeez. Just like I was saying, displaying some of that power that we've seen so far. And that's just a long strike, as now the count will be 2-2. Just had his 4th and take the outright lead in home runs. Just missed it by a few feet. Here's Benitez, the 2-2. Trickle back to the backstop, as Belsano couldn't get a glove on it. Baylor Bear. Yep. Now, here will be the payoff pitch. Nick Parch. Again, he's actually a local guy from East Aurora, which is pretty close in location to here in Niagara Falls. Payoff, that one hit over to 2nd base, and not being able to glove it will be the 2nd baseman Noah Marcello. And Abner Benitez, after having a near home run, still will reach base with a single right there.
Now batting the extra hitter from the University of Akron, number 9, Jerry
Reinhardt's turn, not getting the start today at third base, just going to be today's extra hitter in game 1. So Ethan Sarmiento getting yet another chance to break through here. Here's Reinhardt. As again, his stats have taken a slight dip. Now hovering right around 220, but still has had a great season for them. Has came through many times in the clutch for the Muckdogs. Taking strike 1. Arch in the stretch. Will deliver home. That one way outside. Bolzano will nab it. Benitez on first after the leadoff single. Again, with today's doubleheader, these 2 games will just be 7 innings apiece. Game 2 starting 30 minutes after the completion of this one. The reasoning for the doubleheader today was last Friday. The Muckdogs were supposed to travel here, but due to some weather in the Falls area, game was postponed, and that's going to be strike 3 on the outside corner. Reinhardt not a fan of it. However, he will be the first out of the inning now.
Now batting, the catcher from Ranger College, number 44.
Bryce Mortellaro did have a hit yesterday. So after talking to him, starting to get a little bit more confidence now with the bat. Trying to climb with that average, jumping up to where he wants it to be. And here is Mortellaro. Started that big rally back in the 5th inning for them, as that one's hit over to third. That one's going to get 1, and they will get the around-the-world double play. As it starts out with man at third, Bryce Arnold. He'll get it over to Marcelo, and the throw will be in time. So a 5-4-3 double play to get out of the inning after the leadoff single by Abner Benitez. We'll go to the bottom half of the inning with Nathan Hinckley still on the bump, facing 4, 5, and 6 in the power order. And the cleanup hitter for the Power, Nick Bolzano, the Baylor Bear, will step in. Seen him have some pretty good games against the Dogs. So, with Ethan Payne, the first time we've seen him, the Tennessee Vol, a team that was ranked 3rd in the country and did have some appearances with them. So, excited to see what he can do. As head coach Stu Peterson has done a great job with recruiting a lot of top-tier talent for this Power team. First pitch by Hinckley was a ball. The next one will be on the outside corner for strike 1.
What inning are we talking?
Scott Lujan is the next pitch. That one is hit on the ground. County won't be able to get there in time. That will be a single. First hit here for Niagara.
Now batting for the Power,
The bottom of the second inning.
from the University of Tennessee, number 35, Ethan Payne.
Now here's Payne. I was just mentioning from University of Tennessee, originally from Memphis, so he is a Tennessee guy to begin with. Just has 2 at-bats so far this year, as well as a walk, but he's batting 1,000. Also scoring a run in last night's game. Power currently on a 3-game losing skid. Would love to stop that today. As the bottom half of the Western standings are Batavia currently in 4th at 7-9. Again, have the opportunity to get back to 500 today. Newark in 5th place at 6-10, and Niagara at 5-11. So, again, with them trying to get their way back up in the standings. So we've seen Geneva kind of slip down a little bit. They're currently just 1 game over 500 at 8-7. So Batavia in striking distance to try to get that number 3 seed. And last night,
He got him again.
got him again. Nathan Hinckley now. I don't know the last time I saw that with 2 pickoffs in the same game, and Nathan Hinckley just smiling over there on the mound. They're saying it's making it too easy for him.
Like, what? He'll throw over right there.
Does have a great move over there.
That's
Just showing it off for the second time.
spectacular idea.
We'll have the same thing. Clean slate. That one looks like it's going to get down into left field, and that's where base running errors hurt you, as that one could have been. That's a double right there. Could have had 2 men in scoring position
Double for Payne.
if Belsano wasn't thrown out at first.
Now
So
batting
Ethan
the
Payne will
designated
stay
hitter
at
from
1,000.
California Polytechnic
Hits
State University.
Ball
Number
down the
25,
left field line.
Ogren.
Now here's Orgren. Man in scoring position. Today's DH, have seen him play a lot of third base. Originally from Valencia, California. A lot of this team is from out west. Currently attends California Polytechnic University. The first pitch to him, that's in the dirt. Nice block there by Mortellaro.
So now Stu gets her on the bench. Well, Stu on the bench, rather.
Payne will stay hot. Now he's 3 for 3. That extra base hit. 1 out man on second base and a 1-0 count. Here's Hinckley. Orgren. That one again in the dirt. Trying to get a ground ball. Here's Hinckley. Just missing his spot. As it's attempting pitch for the batter, Orgren, but not chasing and expanding the zone. Casey Sauke on deck from Rochester. He just finished up his senior year, so he will be going to the University of Virginia in the fall. Seen him already in action 2 times against the Dogs. A guy that I actually played against in high school. There's a pitch, that one in there for a strike. Hinckley is trying to get back in the count. It's now 2-1. Batavia trying to keep the score at 0.
Logan Witcher.
As yesterday they gave up that early lead against Newark. They found a way to get back. Just don't always want to put your bats in a bind. It seems like time and time again, I have seen the Muckdogs having to come back from these ginormous leads, and with the offense that they possess, it's obviously doable, but it's just not something that you want to continue to do every single game. Two and 2 now. 1 out. The pitch by Hinckley. That one is hit into center field. Chasing after it is the speedy Robinson. He'll make his way almost all the way to the track. Now tagging up will be Payne, as Robinson has trouble getting it in. Actually dropped it on the transfer. They're saying that now. So that will be 2 outs. Man on third after the sacrifice.
Casey Sauke.
Sauke up. Sauke so far hitting 125 in just 8 at-bats, so a very limited sample size in just 3 games, and 2 of those, again, coming against the Muckdogs. Also has been walked once as well. And he'll deliver home. First pitch will be a strike. Nathan Hinckley from Keystone College. Great Division III program in Pennsylvania.
Much better than music.
Continues his dominance at Keystone. He's kind of penciled in to take the all-time wins record at Keystone.
I figured you'd get in on the flow of the game.
Alpha man on third. The count is quickly 0-2. That one is fouled away off to the right side near the Muckdogs bullpen.
Bring it back to concessions. His keeps in our supply, and thank you for it with a complimentary piece of candy.
Let's go.
Sauki, today's extra hitter. We won't see him as a third baseman. So we'll try the 0-2 yet again. That one swung on and missed, and Nathan Hinckley gets out of a jam as well. So your game through 2 is knotted up at 0 apiece. Up for the Muckdogs, the bottom of the lineup, Ethan Sarmiento, that we want to see get going. Luis Rodriguez and Christian Robinson, the man that just made the catch in the outfield. We'll be back at the top of the 3rd inning here at Sal Magri Stadium. And back here in the top of the 3rd on YouTube Live with more Batavia Muckdog coverage as the game is still knotted up at 0 apiece. First one to Ethan Sarmiento from Monroe College. That one will be a long foul ball. And on the mound, Nick Parch. So far with 2 scoreless innings. Parch on the year. Seen him pitch 2 games. That one's hit on the ground over to 3rd. Strong throw will get Sarmiento out at first base. Again, back to Parch. Has 2 starts so far this year. 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs with 6 walks for a 6.42 ERA. It's Luis Rodriguez's turn as the other Alabama State Hornet on this team, along with Abner Benitez from Puerto Rico, has 4 hits on the year. That one is hit over a pop-up Parch that was dug into the dirt. It's a 1-3 ground out for the 2nd out. This game continues to just kind of chug along.
Now back the center fielder from Clark State College, number 2.
Now let's see what Christian Robinson can do. Today's starting center fielder. So we've seen him and Trevor Dean. That's kind of their position now, with Sterling Turman still out with that hamstring injury. We saw him for the first time back on Sunday, but after not feeling the best, he said after talking to me, yeah, he was at about a 10 out of 10, and after his second at bat, he kind of felt a little pull when he was trying to beat out a throw at first base, and said it just wasn't really worth it. Just wants to take a few more days, because then he was back to an 8. So a 1-2-3 inning from Nick Parch, who's retired the last 5 Muckdogs in order. We'll be back in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, not before thanking some of our sponsors. Batavia Downs Gaming, Eli Fish, Alex's Place, United Memorial Medical Center, Tompkins Bank of Castile, Ficarella's Pizza, and lastly, we'll talk about Restore. Restore provides crisis intervention and support services to survivors of sexual assault and their loved ones. Trained advocates are available 24/7, helping you make informed choices concerning medical, legal, and counseling needs, while offering advocacy and information about your rights. Visit RestoreSAS.org for more information. You can reach Restore 24/7 at their confidential hotline at 1-585-527-1757. Restore means trust, Restore means empowerment, Restore means healing. Restore is here no matter what. Also thank Tompkins Bank of Castile. Tompkins Bank of Castile is a community bank that was founded back in 1869. They now have 15 offices in the 6 counties across the western New York region. Services include complete lines of consumer deposit accounts and loans, business accounts and loans, and leasing. In addition, insurance is offered through an affiliate company, Tompkins Insurance Agencies. Wealth management, trust, and investment services provided through Tompkins Financial Advisors. So we will thank Tompkins and Restore for all that they do to keep baseball here in Batavia.
Number 21, Rhett Maynard.
It's time for Rhett Maynard, a guy that we also haven't seen yet against the Muckdogs. Maynard also was a guy that just kind of got here. First pitch to him now. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Be in there for a strike. Maynard attends Texas Christian University as an infielder there. Today playing shortstop. That one looked like the same spot. Just missed, makes it 1-1. That one hung, but lucky there as that one was a foul ball off the bat of Maynard.
Bring it back to the concession stand and get a complimentary piece of candy. Power's way of saying thank you for keeping those balls on our supply.
Kids chasing the foul ball there. That one in the dirt. Gelaro can't come up with it, so now the count will be 2-2. Nathan Hinckley has only allowed 2 hits in this one. The 2 men that have reached have been picked off at first base. Hinckley now, that one hit high and deep out to left field. That one, if it stays fair, it's gone, and it will. That one way over the wall.
There's a
down the foul
home
left field line.
For Rhett Maynard in his first game with the Niagara Power.
In his first game, hits an absolute bomb off the bat.
I would say
Nate
OMG,
Hinckley.
maybe. You could say
That one
OMG, maybe.
will not be coming back, and the Power take the lead in this one. They picked up another hit so far today.
Vanderbilt University, number 33, J.D. Rogers.
So now it's J.D. Rogers' turn. He'll be going to Vanderbilt in the fall. We've seen Rogers as well a few times this year. Only hitting 100 in just 10 at-bats, so again, smaller sample size. He's trying to get things going.
I've seen 2 home runs here.
And that was
Almost
long
more than
fly ball
what's his
there.
face has seen his entire life. Terry. Terry said there was only 3 guys to home run here. I said I just saw 2. This one, and then a couple of games ago there was.
State Park foul ball.
Is 0-2.
Yeah. Oh, I must have missed that one.
We had about 6 here.
That's the first
Then
home
Terry's
run that we've
stats
seen
have
here,
definitely
or at least I've seen here at South Magley. After the only other time we've been here so far was a 10-5 win for the Dogs. That one a dive by Cameron Connolly. That'll trickle into the outfield. And J.D. Rogers keeps things going here with the hit.
For J.D. Rogers. Now batting, the right fielder from University of California, Berkeley, number 27, Nathan Manning.
Now it's Nate Manning. After back-to-back hits here.
Yeah. As soon as he steps on the rubber, he's gonna throw off. Let's see.
Home run, kind of.
He's looking
Apologies,
over,
the stream froze a little bit there, but
And when you realize what
Back.
he's about to do, it's already too late.
No outs.
He's a
Niagara
great
Power
pitcher,
up
that's
one after that
impressive.
solo shot. A pitch by Hinckley in the dirt for ball one. Maynard again in his first game in a Power uniform, making his presence felt. That one another throw over. They try to get the tag down, but this time he will be safe.
Yes. This is Niagara Falls State Park didn't get picked off. Brought to you by Niagara Falls Police Department.
Hinckley will look over again. Another great one.
Jeez.
Sakey just got back in time. So far, the J.D. Rogers has a lot of speed at first base, trying to get a good lead against Hinckley.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. Thank you.
Rogers again takes a few more steps. And Hinckley's going to go home, and now trying to throw him out is Bryce Mortellaro with a great throw, and they're going to can him out at second base. Another strong throw by Mortellaro. I believe off the top of my head, that's going to be the fifth runner that he has thrown out on the base pass this year. That will be the third Niagara Power base runner that's been thrown out on the base pass, as the first base coach for the Power. You can tell he was a little upset with that.
It was kind of outside, so I'm going to say ball.
Now Hinckley focusing on the man at the plate, Nathan Manning. Seen Manning play a lot of center field against
2-1, yep.
2-1. Yep.
Dogs. It is 2-1. Got confirmation with that. Now it's 2-2. Hinckley after the home run. Get some help from his catcher, as Rogers was caught stealing. Now trying to retire Manning, as he does with a strikeout. 2 down in the inning.
Now batting the second baseman from Skyline College, number 19, Noah Marcello.
Last time out, we saw him. He had highest batting average on the Power team. So currently he's hitting 360 and 25 at bats. The other guys in front of him all have less than 10. So due to him having over that threshold of 2.6 at bats per game, would be the leader for the Power. That one inside corner, he got the call. 0-2.
I can't tell that one.
Hinckley now already set. Marcelo stepping in. Hinckley already on the bump, ready to go in an 0-2 count with 2 outs. And the pitch, way outside. Try to get a swing and a miss. Good waste pitch there from Hinckley. Tries again. That one hit
That was fired
down the
up.
third baseline, but foul. In the bottom of the third, Niagara strikes first. Same scenario with Newark last night. In the bottom of the third, Newark put up 2 runs and just seen 1 tally so far as Hinckley again tries to get the outside corner. 2-2 count, but that long home run ball by Rhett Maynard. That one inside and actually will hit him. Right in the rib area. So Marcelo, the leadoff man, gets on safely, bringing up Gabrielson.
Now batting the center fielder,
Gabrielson hitting .244.
number 6,
San Mateo.
Cole
Those
Gabrielson.
West Coast guys. Is Hinckley a guy that does a really good job, mostly limiting the free pass?
Don't get picked up this time or something.
Hinckley so far this year only had 5 walks. We're going to back pick. Nice stop there by Joe Georgia to make sure that didn't go deep into right field. Continue to see how great of a first baseman Georgia is over there. Very slick defender. Another throw over. Marcelo definitely taking a step back towards first base. Doesn't want to get picked off for the second time so far today. And quickly on the mound, and Right as Marcelo timing that out perfectly as Hinckley, right as he takes his lead, gets out there. He continues to throw over and keep him on his toes. There's a strike on the outer corner. To the center fielder, Gaberson. The throw over, not being in time. I know that it's tough to see with that hole in the way of your angle.
1-1, you say?
1-1.
Pitch, that one way up there.
Say it's one.
Yep.
They're saying that he did go. Gabrielson could not hold back on that ball up and in. Hinckley trying to leave Marcelo on the base passes. Niagara already has the lead in this one, 1-0 in the shortened 7-inning game here. Game 1 of 2 in the doubleheader at Sal Maglie. That pitch runs high. 2-2, so Sal Maglie, who the stadium is named after, used to pitch in the big leagues. It's nicknamed the barbershop because it was high velocity right near the head area. Wasn't afraid to throw at as that ball gets down. Gabrielson gets the hit, and now there'll be runners on the corners as Marcelo makes his way over to third. It's a little two-out magic here
Now batting, the
for
third
the
baseman
Power.
from Campbell University, number 37, Bryce Arnold.
Another hit for the Power, as that's their third of the inning so far.
Now let's go to Surrey. He's gonna jump around. Jump around.
Arnold has been solid. 313 batting average with 5 hits and 16 at-bats. Also has a home run, 6 RBIs. Good man to have in the 3-hole for situations just like this. Runners on the corners and 2 down. Hinckley takes a look. He'll deliver home. That one, a great slider that this is going to be called just high because definitely got all of the plate. One and one, 2 outs, 2 men on. Throw over to first, and they're going to can him out yet again. The third man that Hinckley has picked off today is Gabrielson. Is now joining Marcelo and Balsano
For the Power, 1 run.
as they strand 2 men on after Niagara will have the lead after the home run by Brett Maynard. Gabrielson extremely upset with Parch still on the mound as all the Muckdogs have been through the lineup now. It's time for Cam Connolly, Charlie Ciccone, who has one of the only 2 hits so far for the Dogs, and Spencer Marcus to get things going here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
Conley.
And now it's the Pepperdine commit Cam Connolly's turn to try to get things going here for the Dogs as they find themselves just down 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Nick Parch on the mound, first pitch ball. Trying to remember, I don't think this past year, Canisius Colden Griffs saw Parch on the mound against Siena. Parch is going into his sophomore year. That one hits off the foot of Conway. So now 1 and 2.
Corey, did you go back to the press box?
Parch really grooving today. He's only had 2 men on base, and one of them, after the hit by Benitez, is part of that around the world double play. So there's a foul ball there by Conley. Barely gets some wood on it, but he'll stay alive. Parch again. That one runs inside. Thought they were going to punch him out.
Catcher's ready to throw the third base.
Surprised that they didn't there based off some of the other calls that we've seen so far. There's the 2-2. That one runs inside yet again. Cam Conley, a very feisty, gritty hitter, especially with 2 strikes. He'll foul off as many pitches as he wants, just to try to get that pitch he knows he can drive. So far, 1-0, but a lot of runners have been thrown out on the base pass, as Nathan Hinckley has picked off a few. That ball hit over the man that hit the home run, Brett Maynard, and Conley will be thrown out for just by about a step.
Now batting, the shortstop from University of Wisconsin Stout, number 5, Charlie Ciccone.
Ciccone's turn from Wisconsin Stout, 371 this past year. Now hitting about 280 after that triple in his first trip here today. So that'll be the second 6-3 putout for Conley here today. Ready to go with the second batter of the inning here in the top of the 4th. So County's going to try to put down a bunt. That one will be fair, and that one's he's easily going to get on. As Arnold was playing way back, kind of had that pull shift on him as well. And we've seen that multiple times this year, especially the past few games from County, trying to put the bunt down. Use that speed to his advantage. So a multi-hit game for Ciccone. Have 2 of the 3 hits for the Dogs. Spencer Marcus's turn. Did strike out in his first trip. Trying to build off that. County on base yet again. Here's the first pitch. It's interesting with Parch, as sometimes he's kind of coming from that sidearm arm slot. In other pitches is a lot more over the top. As a hitter, that's always really tough. Try to pick up the spin on the ball to see what type of pitch is coming, and not even worrying about that, but you're also worried about where you're going to see the ball come out of his hand as well. As Charles County will be on the move, that throw will be not in time, as it was just a little bit to the right. Balsano over to Maynard, and a nice slide to the outer half of the bag for Ciccone. Again, putting his speed on display, excuse me. That is already his second stolen base on the year. 1-1, that one fouled away, makes it 1-2.
State Park foul ball. And if we ask you again to please bring it back to concessions, we'll thank you with a piece of candy if you do so. Thanks.
1 out, man now in scoring position yet again is Ciccone. Spencer Marcus at the dish, trying to come through for the Dogs, and with a base hit, tie the game at 1 apiece. Parch takes a look at it. He's just going to step off. These 2 guys might even face each other this year. Spencer Marcus at Niagara and Parch with Siena, both members of Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. It's 1-2. That one hit out towards center field. Gabrielson is tracking for it. Couldn't really see it at first. Ciccone is going to go. Kind of tripped up. But again, will easily advance 90 feet. Marcus doing his job there. Bringing up a big situation for Joe Georgia. We saw him go down on strikes as well.
From Washington University, St. Louis, number 25, Joe Georgia.
Georgia, even though he was a late addition to this roster after going to the Division III World Series, still hitting 300 on the year. 20 at-bats, 3 RBIs. It's the first time we've seen him this high in the Muckdog lineup. For many of those games, one game that comes to mind was the 3-hit performance against the Pioneers. It's in the 8-hole that game, and it was really paramount to Muckdog's success. He started a lot of rallies. He's putting the ball in play, being the first man on. Here he is in an 0-2 count. 2 outs. The pitch, that one put into play, and that's going to get through. So Joe Georgia, great 2-strike approach. He's putting the ball in play. That's going to get past Marcelo. And we're tied at 1 apiece here at Sal Magna Stadium.
Now batting, the designated hitter from Alabama State, number 21, Abner Benitez.
And that's why, right there, is why Skip Martinez just raves about Georgia, due to the fact that regardless of the count, if it's 0-0, we've seen him a lot of times put the ball in play in the first pitch of the AB. But again, times like that is where his skill is just so valuable to have in the lineup, because you know that he hates going down looking, doesn't like to strike out, doesn't strike out a whole lot either. And in situations like that, after swinging and missing on the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, just keeps his weight back and puts the ball in play, good things happen. This time Benitez hits a chopper foul. So we'll see if other left-handed hitter back-to-back in this Muckdog order have great 2-strike approaches. Another 0-2 count for Parch. That pitch will be outside. Change up there. Charles County with 2 hits and scores the first run of the day for the Dogs. That one swung and missed that on the slider.
That's the 4th Schwab Interior Carpentry and Construction strikeout.
Will be out, so Benitez strikes out for the first time today. That's the 4th for Parch on the day. As the Muckdogs tie it here in the top of the 4th, answering after the home run by Maynard. Now we go to the bottom half of the inning, as we'll see Nathan Hinckley still on the mound. Some action in the bullpen, however, so it'll be interesting to see how much longer Hinckley's in this game. We'll be back in just a minute here on YouTube Live. And we are back here on YouTube Live in Game 1 of the doubleheader. As the game is knotted up at 1-1. Charles County being big here. So far in Game 1 with 2 hits, scoring the first run of the game. As Joe Georgia is credited with that RBI single. That will be to the heart of this power lineup. Bryce Arnold due up yet again after Cole Gabrielson got a hit. Just thrown out on the base pass with runners on the corners. One put into play. Out towards Spencer Marcus. He will come down with it for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, the catcher From Baylor University, number 29, Nicholas Balsano.
There's Balsano, the first hit of the day for the Power, and actually this past Sunday also had the first hit for the Power in that one, as the Muckdogs won 5-0. One put into play out towards Conley on the first pitch. He sets his feet, throws, and 2 down.
He's playing him right straight up the middle.
Very smart with the coaching staff there, telling Conley to play shaded a little bit closer to second base up the middle.
From the University of Tennessee, number 35, Ethan Payne.
78.7 miles an hour.
That was a fast
2 down with the left-hander Ethan Payne.
Throw some dirt.
Still is hitting 1,000
Fill the outspeed then.
with a double in his first at-bat. Hinkley's first pitch outside corner for a strike.
It's effective.
Oh, he's very effective.
Hinkley just continues to grind away. That's just kind of his game. He's not going to overpower you by any means, but it's a lot of soft contact, and even when things aren't going his way and some base runners get on, always seems like he's getting guys out regardless. We've seen that, picking off 3 runners at first base. That one again will get some weak contact out to left field. This one might get down, and it will. That was just in dead man zone.
Base hit for Ethan Payne.
Ethan Payne again getting a hit. So now he's 4 for 4 on the year. Similar at bat there for Payne, showing off that he can hit to all 3 fields.
Scott Olgren.
Left-hander that time with the outside pitch, just gets the top hand over and flicks it over the head of Mento and County, and
If you get picked off, you're
out in left field, Luis Rodriguez just couldn't get there in time.
not even.
Stay there.
Here's Scott Origin. First one, he kind of check swung, didn't know he got the contact there. Ethan Mento will be the one to get it. And that will be the final out here in the 4th. So after
For the
a
Power,
little
no
loop
runs,
hit,
1 hit, no
straight down the
errors,
base pass.
1
Nathan
was
Hinkley
left on base.
effective here.
At the end of
We
4
are
innings of
still
play,
tied at
it
1
is
apiece with this
7-inning
game,
game.
cruising along. We're under an hour here with 4 innings. So let's see if that pace continues. March will still be on the mound. 2 innings left here in the top of the 5th inning. And the Batavia native, Jerry Reinhardt, now steps in to start things off here in the top of the 5th inning. I'd like to thank you all watching here on YouTube Live. As Jerry Reinhardt takes the first pitch strike.
Kettle chips.
Did strike out looking in his last time. This time's it's hit over to Maynard. Maynard with the strong throw and the scoop. Just kind of ejects out of his glove on a hop. Reinhardt with his speed. Maynard had to throw that one without setting his feet.
Now batting the catcher from Ranger College, number 44, Bryce Mortellaro.
I'd say probably get on shortstop.
Yeah, he kind of like didn't step and throw.
Put that air on Maynard with
First baseman have to make 1 hop catch.
Little-
sometimes, but that's kind
awkward of a throw there
Yeah.
by the shortstop.
of, they call it a 6.
thinking about throwing over was Parrish, and they're actually going to give him the balk. So he didn't throw. Stu Peterson not happy with this one, and we've seen this at Dwyer Stadium as well. He's not a guy that you want to get upset.
PK's balk, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I
So after the balk, Belsana was talking about it, and Stu Peterson saying, "Yep, that's I'll be the one to talk about." With both umps getting together, the longer they talk, kind of makes me think that Reinhardt will make his way back to first base.
Well, he didn't throw it, but it was the way he stepped off. So it wasn't.
We're going to say Reinhardt's back. So I believe it was with Hart maybe stepping off and not throwing that got our base ump a little confused. Nevertheless, umps come together. Reinhardt make his way back.
So there's.
After Reinhardt reaches on the air, Chris Mortellaro puts down a bunt and actually hits off his foot. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Muckdogs get a gift after the throw by Maynard was a little awkward, and first baseman Payne couldn't come up with it. Reinhardt takes his lead yet again. Mortellaro tries to put down another bunt. That one's hit right back to the pitcher, so they're going to go for second base, and a very nice play there made by Barch. With Mortellaro there, you want to try to go side to side, either get it down the left baseline or the first baseline. If you hit it right back to the pitcher, it gives him a better chance to get the lead runner out. That's exactly what happened there. So, with one down, Mortellaro reaches on the fielder's choice. That pitch in the dirt. Ethan Sarmiento. It's not how beginning of the season for him thought it was going to go. Still trying to get that first hit. That one will be a fair ball, and Ethan Sarmiento gets his first hit of the year. That's got to feel great for him, as they're going to send Mortellaro. They're actually going to tell him to get back now, and now he's caught in a pickle. He's going to go to third. Now he has to get down. Mortellaro, that was... And they're telling, Joe Martinez was telling him to go back, and it looked like he didn't really see the sign or want to listen. Sarmiento will get the hit at least, and now there's a man in scoring position, but you could have had men on second and third instead after seeing a lot of base running miscues from both teams.
Number 42, Luis Rodriguez.
3 to 4, yeah. Something like that.
Now it's Luis Rodriguez's turn. It's got to feel great. I'm very happy for Sarmiento right there.
It went from Rogers to
shortstop.
Menard to Lozano.
Yeah.
Very interesting play there with Mortellaro being thrown out at home. He was the go-ahead run. Could have been stationary at third base here with just one out, and there's a big swing and miss by Rodriguez. Relay throw where Mortellaro was told to get back to third. Martinez originally said he was trying to wave him home, put up the stop sign. Mortellaro was kind of caught in a bad spot after he already rounded third. Ball was bobbled, but that one, another swing and a miss. Off speed, way out in front is Luis Rodriguez. J.D. Rogers doing a great job getting that ball back in after it looks like it hit right off the foul line in left field. That one hit out to right. Chasing after it is the right fielder Manning. Manning makes the final out. So it just shows right then and there that errors on the base pass will come back and haunt you, as this game is still tied up 1-1 heading into the bottom half of the fifth. It appears that Nathan Hinckley will be the man back on the mound. So he's trying to go
At this time, we would like
for
to
his
acknowledge
fifth
all
inning
the men
of
and
work.
women who have served
We'll be back.
or are
We
serving
approach
in
the
United
middle
States
of the
military.
fifth inning.
At this time,
We'll be back with a
if you
few
are
ad
retired
reads in
or
just a
active
second.
in the please stand as we take a moment to celebrate all that you have done for us.
Anyone in attendance? Thank you.
Where are the other signatures?
Yep.
And we will thank here Batavia Downs Gaming. Batavia Downs Gaming and Hotel is the area's premier entertainment destination with great restaurants, events, and on-site hotel. They also host the hottest
Maynard.
concerts this summer with the Rockin' the Downs
ROT,
Summer Concert Series each Friday night. Be sure to check them out and get tickets at bataviaconcerts.com.
From the University
Also
of
thank
Virginia,
No Hood
number
Chiropractic.
16,
This game is sponsored by Dr. Noah
Southgate.
Boy, the official team chiropractor of the Batavia Muckdogs, located at 184 Washington Avenue in Batavia. For an appointment, please call 585-343-9316. As getting things going here in the bottom half of the fifth is Casey Sauke. He hits one on the ground but foul.
Available or able to do boo-hoo. You want us to not do it or do it? Whatever you want to do.
One count, as this game's still tied up at one apiece.
I'll see if
Both of these teams have had the opportunity
Might get stuck on his one
to
little thing.
get the lead. However,
Who is it?
base running miscues have been the name in this one. As 4 runners have been thrown out, one
I can
caught
never guess
stealing
who this
by
is.
Mortalago at second base, and
I
then
only
3
know
other
it's
ones.
You.
Nathan Hinckley
Oh,
with his
She got the
quick
pick.
pickoff move has
this is a good one.
got
Talking
3
about.
power base runners out there as well. As that one's hit fair out to Ethan Sarmiento at third. He'll step in, makes a strong throw, and gets the out. Casey Sauke is retired to start out with the
Now
5th
batting,
inning.
the shortstop from Texas Christian University, number
They're
21,
just going to ride
Brett
Hinckley as
Maynard.
long as they can. Same situation with Parch for the power. Brett Maynard is responsible for that run on the power scoreboard with that solo shot home run back in the third. His first game, his first appearance with Niagara, starting out hot. He attends Texas Christian University. Horned Frogs. Again, a lot of great big-time schools, Power 5 schools. At Baylor and TCU and the Big 12, and a lot of Pac-12 schools as well. As well as ACC with Vanderbilt, with Virginia. Vanderbilt in the SEC. USC, Utah, out in the West Coast. So great job recruiting. Has a lot more big-name schools compared to the Muckdogs. Pitch that one. Look there. Not sure where that one missed. It's a full count.
I would be taking this pitch, that's for sure. That's an easy one right now.
And that'll be strike 3, as that's definitely going to be a makeup call for the last one. As that one was not nearly as close as a strike, but Hinckley gets the
Now
second out.
batting, the left fielder from Vanderbilt University, number 33, J.D. Rogers.
How Hinckley's pitching on the mound. We think he's a Power 5 guy as well. Another great performance here for the Muckdogs. J.D. Rogers' turn. Fouls the first pitch off. Rogers did hit a single in his first trip to the plate here today. But then, after being 3 pickoffs over to first time Hinckley delivers home, he goes. And a great throw as that one goes right through the legs of Hinckley. Strong throw, and County throws that over the head of Georgia. And now trotting into second That ball got out of play.
Just a straight E6.
Rogers, so that's going to be
Okay,
an
with the
E6 on the throw. Very impressive for Ciccone to even get to that ball in the first place. However, the throw,
Now batting, the right fielder.
Still just
from
a
the
bit
University
high.
of California, Berkeley.
it's the second
Number
Muckdog
27,
error here today.
Nathan Manning.
What's the Sandlot song? Yeah, I think of that song. It's a good song to put on the playlist. I'm still
The
looking
man
for
on
Sandlot.
second, 2 outs. Number 10 man in the lineup, Nathan Manning, steps into the lefty's batter's box. That first pitch is low. Rogers is way out there, but he'll be back in time. Manning goes to University of Cal Berkeley, also originally from California. J.D. Rogers, who will be attending Vanderbilt in the fall, is from Carmel, Indiana. That one's put into play out to left. Luis Rodriguez tracking it with the catch. Inning is over. 5 innings now complete. 1-1 is still your score as the Muckdogs have Christian Robinson at the top of the order. Cameron Connolly and Charlie Ciccone, who's been red hot at the plate, two up next here in the top of the 6s. Game 1 is winding down here, just a 7-inning game. Game 1 of a doubleheader here at Sal Magler. Six-inning action here on YouTube Live. As Christian Robinson steps back in. One swung and missed at. Swinging a new piece of lumber. He's ready to go.
He's
1 count. Parch still on the mound. No action in either bullpen. I believe that they're just going to ride both of their starters as long as they can. Quickly 0-2. That one way outside. Pitch. That one hit on the ground over the head of third base coach Skip Martinez. Tony Brewington. See at first base. Batavia wearing their road red uniforms and the home whites for Niagara. That one hit into center field and a line drive out as center fielder Cole Gabrielson barely even had to move for it. So center field on center field crime right there.
Number 15, Cameron Conley.
Nice hard hit for Robinson. Line drive up the middle. Nothing more that you can ask for if you're the coaching staff. Pitch by Parch to the leadoff man, Cam Connolly. Will be a ball. Parch's second pitch upstairs brings it to 2-0. Again, still no action in either bullpen here in a 7-inning game. Game 1 of 2 here on the day between these two teams. Brings it up to 3-0. jeopardizing the free pass here.
We got one guy well up, looks like.
In there for a strike.
I don't know what he is though. It looks like he's just stretching.
That one hit into fair play. Chasing after it will be the right fielder, Ethan Manning. Manning will call off Marcelo. He comes down with it. Tough play for me to see with also the ball right in my line of view, but
Number 5,
Manning
Charlie
came down with it.
Ciccone.
Outfielder from Cal Berkeley. So now, man that's red hot from University of Wisconsin Stout, Charlie Ciccone.
Center fielder playing commercial.
And again, we'll see that shift with Arnold now on the infield grass, being aware of the bunt and the speed of Ciccone. Full side hitter. Will be a ball as Ciccone gets out of the way of that one.
Really struggling with left.
In the pitch. That one again yanked, and that one might get over the head of Manning. And an absolutely amazing catch by Nathan Manning. Are you kidding me?
And a big
Wow.
grab there by Manning. Ends the
Manning with a diving grab as another long fly ball off the bat of Ciccone, as we've seen him be red hot at the plate. Might have to send that one into Sports Center because that was an absurd play made by Nate Manning in right field. Full extension grab to keep this game knotted up at one apiece. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hinckley tries to get 3 outs here. Back at the top of the lineup here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Noah Marcelo has reached base twice after the error by Ciccone, his first of 2 so far today, and was hit by a pitch. Starts off the count here 1-0. This game the score stays the same, go into extra innings due to the fact that the 7th inning in this one is essentially like the 9th inning. Both of these games here today for the doubleheader. 7-inning games. That one inside just missed Marcelo from being hit for the 2nd time today. 3-0 count to the Skyline College infielder. That pitch in there for strike. Muckdogs doing a good job putting the ball in play. Have only struck out 4 times today. But great plays made, some errors on the base paths, running through stop signs. The reason why they only have 1 run on the scoreboard, and now reaching base for the 3rd time today will be Marcelo here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting the center fielder from the College of San Mateo, number 6, Cole Gabrielson.
Gabrielson's turn now. He has 1 of the 6 hits for the Power so far today. Trying to pick off Marcelo. That one was pretty close as well. I'm not too sure I've ever seen a few runners thrown out at first base ever, and if they make it 4, then I've definitely never seen that.
First
Georgia
baseman
doing a
slapping
great job
the
getting
pitches
that
down.
tag down as well.
He's slapping those tags down.
In the pitch, that one
Here
fouled
comes
away.
the Niagara Falls State Park foul ball. Once again, a reminder, if you retrieve it, please bring it back to concessions. Helps keep the ball in our supplies, and we'll thank you for it with a complimentary piece of candy.
Back to work now as there's a seagull flag on the field. That one. And they can him out at first base again. Hinckley. Marcelo not happy with it, or the first base coach, and for the 4th time today, as you can still see, even up here in the press box, Hinckley just grinning ear to ear. Very impressive.
Still a lot.
4 runners picked off at first base here in this one.
Yep. One strike.
That one put into play out towards Marcus and right. We'll get out number 2.
Now batting for the Power, the third baseman from Campbell
Very
University,
odd game
number 37,
today so
Bryce
far.
Arnold.
That's what Bryce should do.
Arnold's turn. Third baseman, 0 for 2 so far today. Hinckley's first pitch to Arnold. There is an off-speed pitch in there for a strike. Nice pitch by Hinckley. That one hit over to the right side, making a diving stop is Connolly, and he will throw it over for the final out.
For the Power, no
After
runs, no
a
hits,
leadoff
no
walk,
errors,
Hinckley
and
gets
nothing
another
left on base. At the end of 6
runner
innings,
out at
we are still
first.
tied at 1. This is
Heading
the
into
7th
their
inning
last ups now
regulation
in the
game.
top of the 7th are the Muckdogs, as starting pitcher Harch for the Power still on the mound. As now we will have Spencer Marcus, Joe Georgia, and Abner Benitez, 3, 4, and 5 in the Muckdog order up here in the top of the 7th.
Still the same
Now
pitcher.
here is Spencer Marcus,
We do have bullpen action on both
guy
sides.
that is 0
Looks like
for
a
1
lefty
here
and
after a sacrifice. I believe it is big Carlos Rodriguez that's getting warm for the Muckdogs, as he has pitched in back-to-back days after having an 8-day hiatus.
First pitch was a ball.
1-0 to Spencer Marcus, makes it 2-0 now. There's some other Niagara Power bullpen action as well, as it will be a left-hander. Can't tell the number from out here, but some lefties towards the top half of the order, with Georgia and Benitez both being lefties. If something goes well here as Marcus hits one out to right field. That one's going to get down. Marcus has loved that right center gap, as now he's going to third, and that'll be the second stand-up triple here for the Muckdogs today. Spencer Marcus staying red hot at the plate. Starting things off here in the top of the 7th inning. When they needed him most, he's coming through yet again for the Dogs.
Number 25, Joe Georgia.
So now with nobody out, the go-ahead run at third base.
He's already got a ribby
We've already seen Joe Georgia come through as he's been responsible for the only run today, an RBI single that brought home County. First pitch, changeup as Georgia swinging. Marcus, another hit in this one, extends that hitting streak. It's now at 4 games. There's a strike right there. 0-2 yet again to Georgia. We saw him put a ball in play last time in the situation that brought home County from third. This pitch by Parch. That one again just put into play. Little looping fly ball, and Rogers will come down with it as he was playing way in out there. We've seen a lot of times this year the Niagara Power outfielders have played extremely shallow.
Alabama State.
And now with a lefty up and Abner Benitez, I think that they're going to go to the lefty in the pen. Makes sense with 1 out. And Jerry Reinhardt due up after that. Georgia, great approach there, trying to just hit the ball to the opposite field. If they're playing at normal depth, that ball's probably going to get down, even with Rogers being as speedy as he is. However, seems like Stu Peterson had that shift on him regardless. So Arch's day is done. He pitches 6 and a third. Now it's going to be Chavez coming into the game.
Now pitching for the Niagara
See
Power.
Chavez
From
attends St. Mary's University. He's going into his senior year.
Chavez.
He's from El Paso, Texas.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's been
Perfect.
6 hits for the Dogs. So Arch is responsible for
Eric Chavez up to
6
I'm sorry, Anthony Chavez.
and a third, allowing 6 hits.
Not Eric.
Just 1 earned run.
Yep.
And then had 4 Ks in a pretty good outing from Arch. Is that 6.4 ERA is definitely going to go down. You have the man on the mound now, the southpaw Chavez. He's had 4 appearances, all in relief. 3 2/3. 3 hits, only 1 earned run, 2 walks, compared to 5 strikeouts for a 2.45 ERA. We'll see him now. Remember this game still getting warmed up. Big spot here. It's the Muckdogs currently at 7-9 on the year. 2 wins today, get back to 500 and even closer to 3rd place in the Western standings. As Chavez still gets warmed up, we'd like to thank Ficarella's Pizza, Ficarella's of Batavia's, where you can get your fix to satisfy your cravings for piping hot pizza, sumptuous subs, and mouth-watering wings. Every Friday, enjoy Ficarella's fabulous fish fry. Don't forget the fixed plate, fat wraps, and all your favorite pasta dishes, and they have blueberry and raspberry barbecue sauce that tastes great on wings. So when you have that craving for delicious food, get your fix at Ficarella's Pizza on Liberty Street in Batavia. Now, with Chavez ready to go, thanks to Ficarella's, who of our favorite sponsors. Ready to go. Abner Benitez, lefty on lefty matchup yesterday with McMillan, the starter for Newark. Really struggled, as he's definitely favored right-handed pitching a lot more and sees it a lot more as well. So with the 1-0, another ball in the dirt. That was a pitch right then and there that had him swinging through some balls last night. As McMillan really loved that outer half part of the zone with his slider. Threw it consistently for a strike as well. Here's the 2-0. That one also misses. Here's the 3-0. Would be big to have the free pass here. However, that does set up the double play ball with Reinhardt due up next with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Here's the 3-0. That one will be outside, so a 4-pitch walk to Benitez.
Alright, we got double play.
Now batting
So again, the double play
With
is in
University of
effect.
Akron, number
The
9,
runners on the
Jerry
corners, and
Reinhardt.
big spot here for Jerry Reinhardt. See Chavez due up, and then another righty after him, be Bryce Mortellaro. No, he is your catcher, but his current batting average, I wonder if Skid Martinez will think about bringing in a pinch hitter in that situation. Then have Mitch Fleming or Trey Skidmore catch the bottom half of the inning if you can get this run in. Jerry Reinhardt here. First pitch was fouled off. Makes the count 0-1. AC Chavez, who has been a great left-handed reliever for the Power. He gets settled in. Takes a look at Benitez at first. That one fouled back. Again, in this situation, you just don't want to go out via the strikeout. We've seen a lot of big spots for the Muckdogs this year. Them coming up with nothing with runners in scoring position and great opportunities to regain the lead or to at least tie the game and go into extra innings. Right now this game is tied here in the top of the 7th. 0-2 count. Runners on the corners for Jerry Reinhardt. Chavez looks, he deals. That one put into play. That's going to at least bring the run home as there's a chopper. They try to get Reinhardt at first base, and that's going to be a hit for Jerry Reinhardt. Scoring is Spencer Marcus from third, and the Muckdogs are now up 2-1. Nice chopper by Reinhardt again, just trying to put the ball in play. Great approach there from the Akron Zip and Batavia native, getting the RBI there as well as the hit. Will be the 7th hit for the Muckdogs, and actually the 2nd earned run for Parch. First pitch to Bryce Mortellaro is a ball. Jerry Reinhardt coming up big yet again. A lot of RBIs already on the season. Brings his RBI total up to 9 now. That pitch in the dirt. Chavez really struggling with his command right here.
Let's get a ground ball. Come on.
2-0 count. Mortellaro trying to drive this one. Wants a pitch to drive. You don't want to just hit weak contact because the double play is still in effect all around the bases. And the pitch, the 2-0. That one driven out to center, chasing after it, and they won't get there. That one's going to be in the gap as well. Now running is Benitez. Right behind him, Jerry Reinhardt. They're going to wave both of them around as they're coming home, and there's going to be no throw. One scores, the other scores. Bryce Mortellaro, again, like I just mentioned, feels like he's starting to get his groove. He's really focused on hitting the ball the opposite way, and right there he makes up for his base running miscue that could have put the Muckdogs up 1, but this time added cushion right there. A 2 RBI double for the Muckdogs catcher Mortellaro. Abner Benitez didn't get a great read on it. Looked like Jerry Reinhardt knew that that one was going to get over the head of Gabrielson, as again kind of weird for me that these Niagara Power outfielders have played in so much lately. Saw Joe Georgia back home at Dwyer Stadium on a ball that would normally be typical depth for a center fielder, hit right over the head of Nathan Manning that was playing center field at that time. That was a 2 RBI triple for Joe Georgia. Now here's Mento, picked up his first hit, puts this one on the ground. Over to Arnold, who will make the play. Staying at second base will be Bryce Mortellaro. So Reinhardt and Benitez both score. Those runs will be accredited to Chavez.
Now batting the left fielder from Alabama State, number 42, Luis Rodriguez.
It's Luis Rodriguez's turn with 2 outs and a man at second. Really proud of that at-bat from Mortellaro. He's put a lot of time and effort into his swing, changed his approach, and again, like I said, he was getting a pitch that he wanted to drive with the 2-0. He got one there on the outer half of the plate and made Chavez pay for it. Now here's Rodriguez. That one backdoor slider in there for a strike. runs have scored here in the top of the 7th inning. Again, due to it being a doubleheader, this is just a 7-inning game. So now, Carlos Rodriguez, who is the Muckdogs closer, will be a save opportunity for him. Try to have the win here in game 1. 1-2 count to Rodriguez. And the pitch, that one swung on and missed. Chavez will get out of the inning after 3 runs have scored. The score is 4-1 heading into the bottom half of the 7th inning. As I do believe Hinckley's day will be done. Never mind, excuse me, he's going out to the mound, trying to get the complete game here in the 7-inning game, and then if he runs into trouble, might be time for Carlos Rodriguez. We'll have everything all figured out for you in just a minute, as it'll be the heart of the Niagara Power order due up here in the bottom half of the inning. So here we go, bottom of the 7th inning. Nathan Hinckley still on the mound. As mentioning him earlier with his success at Keystone. During his junior year, pitched 53 innings with a 6-1 record. That one hit out. And Robinson running a long way for it and getting the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That ball was blasted by Balsano. Robinson showing off his wheels and getting to that one.
The first baseman from the University of Tennessee, number 35, Ethan Payne.
Back to Hinckley. Had a 6-1 record in 53 innings this past year for a 3.57 ERA. Then in his first 2 years had a combined record of 12-3 for a 3.4 ERA. So, a guy that is a great pitcher. And again, he is looking to be the all-time wins leader at Keystone.
If you do retreat in the concourse, we've got concessions for complimentary candy. It's our way of saying thanks for keeping it in our supplies.
The count now 0-2 to Ethan Payne, who again is hitting 1,000
Let's be a little late on this ball.
a year.
Hopefully
Me
it's a
for
fastball.
not fixing the camera there.
I don't know if you need. Hey, or not.
That one in there for a strike. 0-2.
You might not see it for this ball.
So again, another 0-2 count for Payne. We've seen both times that he's got into this situation. Just flipped the ball over down the left field line. Tennessee Vol, that one, the 0-2, spiked by Hinckley. Gets all the way to the backstop. Here at Sal Magley Stadium. A good amount of fans here as well today. Some Muckdog fans here in attendance as well.
One ball, 2 strikes.
1 and 2, 1 out. Here's Hinckley. That one again outside. Runs it to even to the Tennessee Volunteer. With the man that, excuse me, that'll be later in the lineup, but Scott Origin due up next. Looking at him for a second, thought it was Rhett Maynard. My apologies. Run to full, so 0-2 to 3-2. Hinckley did get the first out here in the inning, and I guarantee if he runs into any trouble, Rodriguez will be coming into this one. So that one again on the 3-2 hit out towards Robinson. He'll take a few steps in, and he gets the second out as well. Back-to-back fly balls hit to Robinson. As the Power now down to just their final out.
Number 25, Scott Olgren.
Scott Orgren, 0 for 1. Didn't have a sacrifice back in the second inning. Going through a pretty rough slump. That's why he's down to 6 in the order. We'll see if he can come through here to keep this game chugging along, as the Power need to score 3 more runs to at least make this game go into extra innings. They are down to their final out. First pitch strike by Hinckley, trying to go for the complete game. And the next pitch be outside, 1-1. Hinckley so far today has allowed 6 hits, but has done a great job with limiting the damage, throwing out 4 runners at first base, picking them all off. Very impressive stuff. There's a ball that looked like it was on a string right there from Hinckley. Inside, called for a ball. Orgren, today's DH, trying to come up big. One will be watched again, so 3-1 count. That one check swung, and they will call it a strike. Now the Power down to their final strike. So they're trying to take game 1 here at Sal Magley Stadium. Muckdogs up 4-1, full count. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Orgren. Hinckley sets, he delivers. The pitch will be low. This game will continue. There is a walk
for Olgren. And now batting the extra hitter from the
Southeast
University of Virginia, number 16, Casey Saki.
Saki 0 for 2. Has 1 hit so far this year. Trying to pick off his 5th man of the day. That move is just so quick from Hinckley.
Just don't even take lead.
You really got to be careful there. You don't want to have last out on the base. That one's hit hard over to Sarmiento. He keeps it in front of him. He's going to throw it over. And they try to go home with it. They're not sure. They're going to say, going to take time. Not too sure what's going on here with the umps. Is now they're going to talk about what the play was.
So he went to the home run plate, and that guy wasn't paying attention.
And they're going to say he's out. That'll be the end of this one. As Nathan Hinckley goes a complete game. The Muckdogs will win game 1 of the doubleheader 4-1 after a late game rally. Game was tied going into the top of the 7th inning, 1-1. Jerry Reinhart gets the go-ahead RBI single on the infield hit. And then he's fouled up by Bryce Mortellaro with a 2 RBI double, bringing home Benitez and Reinhart. So the Muckdogs now back to 8-9 on the season. In a situation to get back to 500 now, as the Power dropped their 4th game in a row. We'll be back. There will be a different code here on YouTube Live. I'll put that on all of our social media for you to find game 2 of the doubleheader. And game 2 will be coming in just about 30 minutes. So long for just a little bit. here at Sal Magley Stadium. Signing off now, Griffin Della Penna. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Yeah, just so people can talk.
Yeah.